Hey guys, Bill Demas, Keith Stahl from Herman Wells. So you picked Norway, they're out.
No, Netherlands.
Netherlands,
they're out. But France remains.
France remains, by the way, is just freaking incredible.
They're as good as any team we've seen play.
Right. And I will go on record right now to say I think Messi is the greatest soccer player of all times. I will now go on record and say Mbappe is the best soccer player in this tournament right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, we're talking longitudinal career versus short spans.
Right.
I mean, when Tom Brady played for the Bucs, he was the greatest of all time, but he wasn't the best quarterback in the league.
Right.
I mean, you can have both, folks. People understand and they watch Mbappe. He's 27. And his speed, yes, his striking ability, but his footwork. Right now, he's got some of the best footwork in the game. What he does is just magical. And if you don't play soccer or watch it a lot, it's very tough to understand how hard some of the stuff he's actually doing is until you've gone out and tried it. It's the old joke that everybody think that they can, how did that kicker miss that 30-yard field goal until you go out and you try to kick a 30-yard field goal and you realize it's extremely hard.
Yeah, they make it look so easy because they're so talented that it makes it look like the average person could do it.
So now that the Dutch are out, who's your team?
I still think France is going to be in the finals. I do think France wins. As far as the other side of the bracket, you got to think England. England's going to be a tough one. They've just got so much star power, right? An abundance of riches that we've talked about with Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka. Jude Bellingham, right? I mean, Harry Kane, right? So to me, right now, it looks like a France-England final with France winning. How about you?
You know, for some reason, England to me, I want them to win just because they're one of the biggest soccer nations in the world, and they
invented the game.
They invented the game. Yeah. They're like the Cubs or the Red Sox.
Yeah.
You know, they just can't.
Win, more. Yeah, exactly. They get to about the semis or quarters every year, and then they're out. They've definitely done that, but at some point they're going to deliver for that country. I think this is the year that at least they're in the running. Argentina is going to be the team that probably gives them a fit. Not to say Norway can't pull off something big this weekend, but
here's the difference: is that with Norway, a lot of teams don't have the center strikers or the center defenders to go head to head with Holland.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If you guys aren't soccer fans, Norway has a star player with the last name Holland. I know it's confusing, but this kid is 6'5". I've heard ranges between 205 and 215. He's a power forward running down the field.
And there's just something like almost magical about his finishing ability. Like that guy gets one chance to score, he's scoring. Like nobody has a higher conversion rate than him, I think, for opportunities in the box.
And the other thing you have to look at is what I love about him. He's from Norway, and he looks like a Viking. Big, blonde guy, hair shaved all the way back here, but a ponytail that goes all the way down. He looks like they scripted him for the show Vikings. The guy
plays like a Viking.
Right. But the other problem is, for him, is that he just out-muscles and out-physicals everybody in the box. Mm-hmm. England has two center defenders that are 6'7". Like, they can interchange them. I think they're both are going to be in the starting lineup, by the way, because they have to box him out.
Yeah, you've got to find that size with size in the box.
My heart is for Norway to win because since the USA is out, I'm all underdogs now.
Yeah. Yep.
But I do think, you know who we're not talking about, though, Spain.
Tell me this, though. In relation to how good they are and how good Spain are in that squad, have they performed like they should have
No.
yet?
No.
And that's wild to me. I mean, they've won all their games, right? But they're still underperforming, and I think that's why we're discounting them, is just because the real Spain hasn't really showed up. And it's going to take the real Spain to beat France.
Yeah. Well, France has to get by.
I know. Still got Morocco. Morocco's sneaky strong.
What I've seen from Argentina in the last 2 games that they've played shows me that if you're France or you're Spain or you're England, anybody that's going to have to see them eventually, usually when you have 2 goals, that's enough.
Right.
They have shown that 2 goals is not enough. 3 goals is not enough. You need to put it on them. And I know that all those teams have the firepower, but they haven't been challenged like Argentina's been challenged in these last 2 games. So how do they respond?
True. Yeah, and that's a great point. I don't know what happens if one of those teams falls behind 2 goals.
Yeah.
That's
how does France respond if Morocco puts 2 goals on them early? And by the way, it should have been 3 goals with Egypt, but they had 1 recalled because of a penalty a minute before down the field. It was crazy. But at that point, yes, the goal came off the board. But if you're Argentina, you're like, we are getting handled. And I'm watching in my office, like shockingly going, they're getting handled. And Messi has his, he's still going, but you see some of them with their heads down. And how do you, and Mbappe's a great player, but is he the leader that Messi is? Is he you saw what happens. Going back to the Mbappe Messi thing, I'm not ready to say that Mbappe is going to be the greatest of all time because it's hard to anoint people going forward. And you know that forwards have a different lifespan than midfielders. You'll look at Cristiano Ronaldo, right? Everybody was trying to say that he was going to be the greatest of all time. What, about 3 years ago? Now he's not even in the conversation. He's not even in the conversation of the best players in the World Cup. Why? Because when you're a forward and you lose that step, you're not a forward anymore.
Right.
Yeah. So I think Mbappe and Haaland, Haaland is going to be awesome too, but look at Ibrahimovic. Everyone's saying he's going to be one of the best, but when you're that big and you lose that step, you're just not that scary anymore. Not to say that he's not going to be a great player. I'm just saying people with the Messi greatest of all times, we need to give. Let's talk about Mbappe when he's 32, when he's 34, and see how he's playing.
Right.
Messi's doing this. Messi's in the lead right now for the Golden Boot with 8 goals in his 6th World Cup. Going to be 39. And yes, he walks 85% of the time, but he's always in the right position, and he scores those goals. So if you want to think about greatness, if he only really works 15% of the time, he's outscored everybody just playing 15% of his game. I think going forward that we're going to see, I think with this, I think Argentina gets through. And then there would be a rematch between them and France if they both went through. They're not on the same side, are they?
No, they're not.
Right.
Yeah.
That'd be a rematch of the last World Cup. So you think France all the way?
I think France all the way over England. You going Spain?
No. Argentina's going to come out. But on that side, on what I've seen, it's France. But I don't think we've seen Spain.
We haven't. Will we ever, though?
That's going to be a heck of a game.
Oh, man.
But they got to get past Norway, and Spain's got to get past...
No, France has got to get past Morocco.
On
Thursday, and then Spain has to get past...
who wins? Colombia plays today. Later today. Switzerland.
Colombia, Swiss.
Right. That would have been wild if Argentina lost, and Colombia lost, that there'd be no more South American teams in the tournament. Yeah.
When was the last time that happened? At that stage,
Yeah, that there were none.
Right.
And then if they had both won, then 2 African teams and no South American teams.
Oh, man. The world would have been flipped upside down.
That's what makes this the greatest single sport tournament in the world. Well, guys, this was a kind of a long recap, but we love soccer. If you guys have any comments, let us know. Again, we're just ham and eggers, so don't come at us with all the rules and this and that. We've stayed away from all the controversy in the World Cup. The one thing I do have to say is that they, meaning the officials, have let them play this World Cup.
Big time, right? I mean,
which you love when you're watching the game. You hate when they're not calling the hooks and the grabs on your team.
Right.
But overall, people are still on the ground rolling around, and the ref is like stepping over them and just
get up,
yelling at them, and the play is going. And you see, as the tournament goes on, less and less of these people they may grab their leg for a second. Oh, nobody's looking. Get up, and then they're back on.
Mm-hmm.
Which is another thing I think that the EPL and those have to look at.
Because, well, look at that rule change they made where you have to come off the pitch.
Yeah.
And sit out for like a minute.
If you get the magic spray.
Yeah. So I love it. It's really forced them to be honest.
So, again, that's it, guys. Keith Stahl, Bill Demas, Herman Wells. We will talk to you after the finals.
All right.
All right. Thank you.